I will propose to you a sample of shocking stress and mechanism, how this is debilitating on us, by using example, you're walking the street and suddenly you're confronted by big aggressive dog. How are you reacting? Your respiratory rates increased, you breaking in sweat, your blood pressure go up, you're in a kind of state of fight or flight. Heart is a very energetic myocardia, very unique during lifetimes, billions of times constricting, working very hard by pumping blood to the arteries. Walls of arteries contain enough quantities of smooth muscles and nerve supply to react, to constrict or delay. Now look, in special days, left artery working very hard by ejecting blood to the circulatory system. Under stress, vessels constricting, and constriction of vessels, of course, causing elevation of blood pressure. When under stress, vessels constricting, heart have to, it's already very kind of significant physical performances, but when vessels constricting, there's like a double on cardio work to overcome peripheral vascular resistance, which is a main opposition to cardio work. Heart originally in normal conditions pumping into the arteries, and when arteries constricting, blood pressure go up and heart have to work very hard. We have this adrenaline gland producing stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. This is very important hormones in our life. When heart working harder, this is significant increased production of stress hormones in order to support cardio work. Now, when cortisol, the second stress hormone, increasing resistance of receptors to insulin, you need this extra glucose in blood in order to fight or flight conditions. Of course, not in daily routine we need it. This is from cave times. Humans carry this sympathetic reaction. Now, cortisol increased resistance of receptors to insulin and special receptors. In such a case, what happened with sustaining a higher level of glucose? This is diabetes type 2. Now, this demand of production of bigger quantities of stress hormone constantly irritating, bombarding central nervous system, and some of us cannot sustain these bombardments of central nervous system by these stress hormones, and body start defend against this irritation by reducing quantities and activities of serotonin. This is neurotransmitter within brain that responsible for awakeness. What happened when these quantities reducing in the activities, people start experience clinical depression. And here we see the chain, snowball of negative reaction on stress. And no matter, mechanism the same, body reacting the same way. If you confronted by dog, yeah, it's like it just will be much sharper sympathetic reaction. Or you're exposed to this stress the same way, the same increase of blood pressure due to constriction of arteries, increase of cardio work, increase of stress hormone productions, in all this negative snowball. Good news that all this reversible. And today I will teach you techniques that not only will help you to reduce tension with muscles, to feel less pain, to prevent skeletal muscular disorders, but also these techniques that I will teach you will awake reflex of vasodilation, muscular relaxation, and the moment when vessels dilate, cardio work is much eased, and when cardio work is decreased, less stress hormones. Less stress hormones, reversible clinical depression can improve with time. And the same resistance to insulin can be restored, and glucose level, sustained level of glucose in blood can be reduced. I described to you mechanism of stress in case of shocking stress, dog. Now, doesn't matter what is source of stress, being this aggressive dog that's ready to attack us, or bad news, or financial strain, the same mechanism of development of diseases happen absolutely, not in shocking way. Maybe blood pressure will not jump immediately to 200 millimeter or 100 millimeter. Maybe not immediately you will sustain high level of glucose in blood, but being exposed constantly to stress little by little, we're developing this 90% of 90% of social medical diseases, devastating diseases, life-threatening diseases, we are developing due to stress.